wanted to take the opportunity to close the book on Shippershot later. Vadim has voluntarily retired from the NHL and can now play in the KHL with our consent, and we have provided that consent. He does not require waivers, and he can play immediately. He has returned the pro rata share of the signing bonus we paid to him. He was entitled to 8/164ths of the signing bonus for the time that he was here and was not suspended, and the rest has been returned to us. Vadim did not want to put it in any time at the American Hockey League level, and he didn't want to be traded to another club, which we could have done. He just wanted to go home, so we've accommodated him and we wish him well. And he's a good player and a good guy, and it just didn't work out for us, for him here. The good news is that the contract is off the books and the roster spot is opened up. Fair enough?
George, why didn't it work? What happened to the player you saw in Russia and then at the World Championships, to the player that left the team, left Chicago, and didn't want to play in the AHL?
It's a fair question. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes the player you see in Europe isn't the player you see here, and that's the risk you take when you sign them. You're hoping that it works out, and it doesn't always work out. He needed to assimilate a little bit more and work on his pace of play, and we were willing to work with him. We wanted him to spend, not necessarily the first time around, it was a roster move the second time around. When we signed him to Chicago, he needed some time to play and to see if he could adjust his pace of play to the North American game. It's a smaller rink, it's a quicker rink. But he wasn't willing to do that. We wanted to work with him. There's no shame in going to the American Hockey League. 75% of the players in this league have played there. He didn't want to do it, and he didn't want to be traded out there. And so in fairness to the rest of our players, like Alex Tucker, Theodore, Vukatainen, or Garrison, Bischoff, Reinhardt, Hicka, Polkin, and all these guys that are putting their time in now, they just can't take a player who is not quite ready to play for your team and put him in the lineup, especially when the number of players we have that were playing so well on some nights was happening. So that's what's transpired, and again, we wanted to work with him, and he could have gone there and done it, but he wasn't up to it, and wanted to go home.
George, can I just follow up with another question?
Sure.
How much do you think his struggles off the ice with his family to kind of adjust to life in North America and specifically Las Vegas contribute to his struggles on the ice? I mean, you were probably aware that he probably wasn't happy, his wife wasn't happy.
Sure.
How much did you think?
I don't know, Steve. I don't know the answer to that question. It's hard to quantify that. We tried to do everything we could to make things work for them. We had a translator work with him from the day he got here, and we did our very best. It didn't work out, but sometimes it just doesn't work out.
George, obviously, with the roster the way it was, the first time you sent it down to the AHL, that was. Do you think?
And just so you know, we didn't suspend him that time.
Yeah.
We didn't want to play. We said this is a roster issue. To be fair, we're not going to suspend him. He went there and he came right back. We had every right to, and a family, and spend time with his family. We didn't want to stress him. The second time around, we needed him to play. To be fair to everyone in the organization, and the players, and he didn't want to play.
If the circumstances were different and the roster wasn't so jam-packed like it was, do you think if he would have stayed here and he wouldn't have been sent to the AHL, that would have played, he would have played out differently, or did he need to go down there based on his play?
He needed to play. What he really needed to do was play. He just can't practice and adjust to his game. And everyone here was playing better than he was at the center ice position. So again, to do you have to do things the right way. Whoever's playing well plays, irrespective of your contract, how much you get paid, or your status, or where you were drafted. Whoever's playing well plays. And so he needed to play, and we were willing to have him play in Chicago and give him that time in Portland. He just didn't want to do it. It's okay. It's not what he signed up for. It's okay. It's not good.
At the end of this, you don't lose anything. Do you
No.
see this as a mistake, as a failure?
I don't. Sometimes it just doesn't work out, and you know that going in. We did what we could, and there are times it works out really well, and times it just doesn't. But it doesn't mean we're going to stop trying. You have to do this. If there's another player out there in 3 months that we think can make our team better and play here, we're going to go after.
You keep saying that he didn't want to play in the AHL. Did he find it as like an inferior league? Is that why he didn't want to play there?
I don't know if that's how he felt about it. I'm not sure. He felt that he was above that. I don't know. He just didn't want to do it. We tried it for several days. We worked on it. We had all kinds of discussions, as you can imagine. with his agent. We gave them permission to seek another game in the NHL if they wanted to. We found another game in the NHL. We didn't want to play. We didn't want to stay in the NHL. We wanted to go.
So just to follow there, you got a trade in place that if he had agreed to report, he could have played in another NHL team, and he said no to that.
Yes.
So he wasn't just the NHL, he didn't want to play in North America after a certain point.
That's right.
Do you have any idea why he decided to report to Chicago and practice and then leave?
It was because we had explained this is a roster move. We don't expect this to be a long time, a couple of days, 4 days, maybe a week. But he maybe didn't quite understand. I'm not sure. But he came back to spend time with his family. And that was okay with us the first time. The second time around, we needed.
Well, the second time he showed up,
He showed up and then left again.
and you're not sure exactly why.
He didn't want to play there. That's usually what he did.
George, you think this impacts you going forward in the future with free agents from Russia? I know that you got Gusev's rights.
Yeah. I don't think that it does. Long-standing relationships with lots of Russian players and some pretty good ones in Ovechkin, Victor Kozlov, and Sergei Fedorov. In fact, I got a text last week from a player or an agent who represents a lot of Russian players. So take a look at my list.
Yeah.
So,
It's really a matter of every individual's different, right? Some guys can adjust better to moving to a different environment, right, than others.
yeah. And you do everything you can to help them in some way. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It didn't work out for this player. And we wish him well. He's a good guy. He's a talented guy. If he wants to come back, he has to wait 1 year, but then it has to go through us. But we wouldn't stand in his way. We do a sign and trade.
Like a Kovalchuk situation.
Yeah, and we would make it easy for him. It's not, we would stand if some other team wants to sign or have him play here, we'd make it happen.
Was there any discussion of him ever playing in the minor leagues way back when you were first signing him? Because I know there was a contract issue that got rejected and he came back.
No, we were signing him for the NHL.
To switch gears a little bit, is there an update on? You're welcome.
I was just-
Marc-Andre Fleury was out on the ice. Is there an update on him? How close is he?
Well, we don't have any of the other goaltenders that have been cleared to play or practice. Every once in a while they'll go up and test things, but no one's been cleared. They are progressing, they are getting better, but we still don't have timelines. When they're ready, they'll be ready. So it's status quo.
George, a month ago, we asked you if the record would ever get in the way of business decisions, and over the past week or so, you've been on radio stations and you sort of mentioned that you are playing to win. Has that plan changed at all because of the record?
No, we're trying to win every game. We'd love to win. We'd love to be in the playoffs. We're going to do whatever we can to win.
So the record, if you are heading to the playoffs, won't change? It won't change the business decisions or what?
the goalies still,
You know, so I have to strike a balance between now and the future. It's not unlike what we try to do with the expansion draft and the entry draft. Try to put a good team on the ice now and keep an eye on the future and get surplus picks every month. We're here to win and do what we can to keep winning and take care of the future.
with no timeline with the other goalies coming back, do you expect, like I say, to play as much as he can if Ferguson's just there as an emergency if something were to happen, or is that an option for him to just play a game to give, like I say, a break?
Well, the games for the most part have been spaced out, so we don't have back-to-backs coming up for a while now. So those are really coach's decisions. So Gerard will make them. But Max has played fine. He's not costing us games. As long as he's healthy and ready to go, we'll keep him.
As this continues to be uncertain, does the philosophy that you said that no moves, we're going to kind of ride with what we have, does that change or does that stay the same in terms of
Not at this
process?
point. I think, what we want to do as an organization is give all the people in our organization chances to succeed. And you go to them first, and we're doing that. If there were something out there that would make a big difference for us, we'd be all over it, but there isn't. And we're not about to start giving away draft picks, only to have a logjam here and 1 week, 2 weeks from now, these guys are back.
How great,
So we'll tough it out.
how great of a job is Dave Pryor done with these guys? Seems like no matter who's in there, they've improved and played well.
Yeah. Well, I thought for a long time that Dave Pryor's the best in the business. He's great for coaches to work with. He's great for these young men to work with. He knows talent. He lets them play the style that they're accustomed to. He'll tweak things to make them better. He's really hard on the goalies when they're not playing the game right. He's really a defender of the goalies when they are playing the game right. Coaches are trying to get something on. So I think we are really fortunate to have Dave with us. I was happy that he was available to be hired for the franchise league.
George, how would you describe the start of the season for Meek and Brian Leipzig, two Manitobans on the team?
They've been a lot like everybody else on this team. They play their guts out, they give you everything, and they look like they're having fun doing it. Really pleased with this group of players. Really proud of them. It's a privilege to work with them. They work hard. And most of the players are no different than the rest. They play hard.
Coach, what's your impression of Pierre-Edouard Bellemare? I mean, he sacrifices the body with block shots during this road trip. I mean, he's just a warrior out there. What is it?
Yeah.
Is it-
Well, that's you want a team of workers, like a team of people that would be sacrificed, but it's not a contrived thing with these guys. This is who they are. This is the way they play. They're high character people, and I really emphasize that when we selected them. Pierre, when we selected him in expansion, the first thing he said was, "I'm honored to come to your team." And what a great response. So we love the way he plays, we love the way he competes, and it's just it's a great thing for this team and a great thing for the fans of this team to be able to watch these guys. They play hard.
What's your assessment of Shea Theodore since he's been called up in the AHL? He's played a couple, he's had a couple of stretches.
Yeah, a little bit behind the rest, and he didn't have that month to improve that this team did. The other one was here did. The pace of play is much faster here. Everything's a little bit better. It takes some time to adjust. And this league ramps up. Every couple of weeks, it's a little bit quicker than it was the 2 weeks before that. And right through the end of the season and the playoffs, it just keeps getting better and better and better. And so Shea was sort of dominating his level. Now he needs to come here and adjust to this level.
Big
Take
picture.
one or two more for George.
What's it like to see the community embrace the Golden Knights, George?
Well, it's everything you could ever hope for when you're starting, as we have this new franchise in this new town. response has been remarkable. The attention that this team has got has been remarkable. It's a very, very popular team, not only here, but around the league. I think, as we just discussed, it's a fun team to watch. They compete hard. It's an amazing experience down at that T-Mobile Arena. As I've told a lot of people, it's like putting Madison Square Garden in Times Square. There's this buzz around the building, and you get into the building, it's a different kind of buzz. And it's just all you could ever hope for. It's as much fun as you could ever have at the job.
George, you mentioned pace earlier. Do you think the team is adjusting to the pace as the season matures every week? Do you feel like they are progressing to your standard that you laid out for them?
Yeah, I do. I think the team continues to play better and better. We're a better team now than we were in the first week or so. We had some nights where we were a little scrambling and everything else, but Gerard's got these guys playing really well, playing with structure, and they play hard for him, and he's good with them. How he dishes out the ice time and everything else. If you're going, you're playing. And so no issues there whatsoever. I really like the way that the team is growing and developing better chemistry.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, George.
Thanks, George.